What is up, guys? Everyone wants to lay some juicy stripes, but not everybody has thousands of dollars to spend on a fancy reel mower or even a couple $100s to spend on these aftermarket striping kits. But here's the thing, is that most lawnmowers already have a secret striping kit built into it, and it doesn't cost you anything, except you looking a little bit crazy. Let me show you. So you might be asking yourself, how are lawn stripes even made? And it has to do with two things: where the sun is at and how the grass is being laid. When the grass is being laid towards you, you're stacking up all the chlorophyll in the plant and it gives it a dark green appearance. Where when the grass is laying away from you, the sun reflects off of it, giving it a lighter green appearance. That's how you get the two contrasting colors. And the second factor being where the sun is at in the sky. If you want to get really heavy contrasting colors, you have to stripe a pattern that is parallel to where the sun is. So for example, the sun is up here and you're getting some really crispy stripes coming this way. But as we move over this way, you'll see that the pattern starts to change. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys 5 different ways of how to stripe your lawn. And I'm going to illustrate this using a graph that I've made. I call it the crazy cost graph. So on this graph, I've placed the 5 different methods, from the least crazy to the most crazy, and from the least expensive to the most expensive. And I'm going to talk about the very first one, the good old broom.
Okay, so the broom attachment is coming in low on both the crazy and cost factor scale. For about 20 bucks, you can take a simple push broom and cut it to the inside measurements of the wheels. Finding a place on the back of the mower, you can screw it into place. It's going to be a little bit ghetto, but it's all about functionality, not style. So what this broom attachment is doing is, as you mow, the brush is going to lay down the grass in the direction that you're going. As you can see, the brush is pushing the grass down, which is going to improve your quality of stripe and increase your contrast. And for only 20 bucks and about 5 minutes of work, it does an okay job, but not as good as some of the other options we'll be talking about.
So coming in on number 2 on the crazy cost scale is going to be the DIY PVC Roller. Now there's a lot of videos out there showing how to build these, and my buddy Jesse from Lawn Life just posted a video about this. But it's essentially taking a 3-inch PVC pipe, cutting it and filling it with sand or rock, and attaching it onto the mower and just dragging it behind. Now this method does take a little bit of skill and a little bit of building, but you're still within the normal range on the scale. So number 3 on the list is going to be the Aftermarket striping kit. Now these are a little bit more expensive and they look a little bit more crazy, but we're still within the normal person window. These kits can cost anywhere between $150 to $300. But what's good about them is that it doesn't require you to build anything, and it's simply a plug-and-play system. So most of these aftermarket striping kits are pre-built and often require very little setup. This Ego kit is as easy as it gets with this plug-and-play roller system. This roller functions similarly to the broom and DIY PVC attachment. However, this one rolls the grass over rather than dragging it. This roller actually does a pretty decent job at laying some good stripes, and in my opinion is actually a feasible option for most people. So number 4 on the list is going to be the golf course reel mower. Now while these are the most expensive of the 5, they lay the strongest stripe. The reason is that they don't have any wheels. Rather, they're self-propelled by the rear drum, and due to the weight of the mower, it really lays the stripes down strong. Now before we get to number 5 on the list, let's just appreciate some of my favorite patterns I've created over the last few years. I've really enjoyed using the reel mowers on my yard, and yes, while they are expensive and more maintenance than a typical push mower, they can lay down some crazy stripes. Okay guys, so we have made it to number 5 on the list. Now while this option is free, it is going to make you look insane. So the secret is once you're done mowing your yard with the push mower, you drop it down to its lowest setting and go over the yard again without the engine on. You heard me. You push the mower over the yard again without the engine running. Now, I recommend doing this at nighttime because if any of your neighbors see you, they are going to think you have lost it. But let me explain how this actually works. So this option is free, but you are maxing out on the crazy factor. So how this works is you mow your lawn how you normally would. Except when you're done, you drop the mower to its lowest setting and go back over the stripes. So what you've done is basically turn your mower into a giant push broom. So this will push the grass over, making your stripes pop without costing you anything. And it actually works really well. I have to admit that I used to do this when I first started getting into lawn care because I didn't want to spend any money trying to get some juicy stripes. So if you or a loved one is in this area of the graph, I want you to know that you are not alone. I personally know that it can feel really lonely and isolating, thinking that you're the only one out there that wants to get some juicy stripes. But I want you to know that I'm here for you and that this is a safe space, guys. So what I want you to do, I want you to comment down below and let's create a community where us lawn nerds can get together and just talk about our grass feelings. No judgment, no stigma, just a safe space where everybody can express themselves. And with that one, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.